Folks, we got a red dot. Welcome back to Akron's hottest and fastest growing show, 3-0 to go. I'm your host, Hank, and I'm coming to you live. We are down in Greene, Ohio, and I am at Forquer Heating and Air Conditioning, okay? And I'm with Jimmy. Jimmy, everybody? Everybody, Jimmy?
Nice to meet you.
All right. So, I always start by asking, what is your 3-3-0 story? Let's talk about Jimmy first, and then we'll talk about the company after that.
Okay, so we grew up in Akron, went to a private Catholic school, Christ the King on North Hill.
Okay.
And then family moved. My dad started the business while we were living in Akron in '96. And we moved to Greene around 2000. So when we moved here, I went to high school at Greene, graduated from Greene.
So you're a bulldog.
Mm-hmm.
All
yeah,
right.
definitely.
Okay.
And just grew, from there, went to college, Akron U, for accounting.
Okay.
So for most of my life, I've been in the 3-3-0 area.
All right. So yeah, you're completely homegrown here then.
Yeah.
All right. So obviously, Dad started the company.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Back, I think he said in 1996.
Mm-hmm.
Is that right?
Yeah.
And you can see here's Jim and Madonna. There's the Forquers right there. All right. But I met him outside, and one of the things he said to me is, we're a family business, and I'm the kind of guy, I'm a technician, I like to have my head down in a furnace, right?
Yeah.
So at some point you started to become a part of the company?
Yeah, and that's exactly what was one of the things that prompted it. So when I graduated from Akron in 2011, I immediately came into the business, and me and my dad are completely opposite. He's very technical. He can fix anything. He's amazing at that stuff, but he's not like anything to do with the operations side, the accounting, the marketing, any of that. I'm the complete opposite. You don't want me anywhere near your furnace, honestly.
Okay.
I don't want you changing light bulbs.
Okay.
We like to do that in your house. But I do like the other side of it. So when I joined in 2011, I took that over. And we decided let's grow our business here and see what we can do, and that's kind of what we've been doing for the past 12 years now.
All right, so just to give you an idea where they're located, they are right on Maslin Road, about a minute from the two brand new roundabouts that are being built that I drove through the half of them on the way here. So you guys you service this Akron Canton area. What's your sphere there?
Mainly Summit County and Stark County. We do parts of Portage, just kind of, really about a 40-mile or so radius around our office here in Greene, which again covers most of that.
Okay. Now you guys do heating and cooling, right?
Yep, we do both heating and cooling.
All right. Well, heating, today we need it. but at this point, we're kind of getting out of heating season. Okay. Is there any special thing in terms of furnace close downs? Typically what I'll do is I'll just kind of make sure that I change the filter and all that. And because typically the furnace is still attached to air conditioning, so it's still going to be running the air.
Yeah, the blower's still going to be run for the air conditioning. So changing the filter, that's the main thing. Monthly, if it's a 1-inch, not as frequently if it's a 4-inch. And it depends on your situation too. If you have dust or animals.
Did you say monthly?
It should, if it's a 1-inch, if it's a 1-inch filter.
What?
Yeah. And that's pretty common.
No, and I've always been in the mindset of change it when I change like the clocks and the batteries and the clocks and when the clocks change, to change the batteries and all the detectors and then to change the filter too.
I wish you can a little more often.
Well, when I pull it out, it's pretty dirty.
Yeah.
It's a darker shade of gray.
Right. Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So there's tip number one. I've already learned something. All right. Next thing is obviously we're getting now into air conditioning season. Okay. General maintenance tips. As far as I've always been taught is make sure the condenser unit is free and clear, because we get a lot of those cottonwood seeds. So spray those down, all that good stuff. For me, we're at the age with my condenser unit where it's a 50-50 as to whether it's going to turn on this year or not. So it's like, I know they're only supposed to last. It depends, right?
It depends. Yeah.
So,
yeah.
But any kind of tips that you guys give as far as air conditioning and maintenance, general stuff like that?
It would be, once a year if you're going to do maintenance, we try to come out in the spring and they check the components then, they check the coils. The thermostat, that's included. And they also check the refrigerant charge.
Okay. Is it Freon? Is that what that's called?
Yeah, well, it's refrigerant.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's changing too. The Freon's changing. The actual Freon type is changing too. But,
okay.
Yeah, so they check all that on a regular call. Yourself though, if you're doing it yourself, again, it comes back to the filters.
Well, no, and I'm more interested in bringing out somebody to do a checkup.
Mm-hmm.
So is there like what is that called? A service maintenance or?
Yeah, we have it's called service maintenance. We basically you can do a service club membership, which is $14.95 a month, or you can pay for it as you go from season to season, or just the 1 year altogether. Some people like to put it on the credit card once a month. Some people would say, hey, just want to write it for the year. Doesn't matter to us. But then what that includes is two tune-ups a year, one for the furnace, one for the air conditioner.
Okay.
And then also you have other benefits, like you never have overtime fees. Your service fee, if you say you do have a breakdown or something, it's $49 instead of $79. And again, there's no overtime. So if that goes out on, Christmas or, a holiday or something like that, you're covered under that as well.
Now, when it comes to like unit replacement, okay, so it's just like it's dead, it's 30 years old, it just doesn't run anymore. We got to get a new unit, okay? Now, you and I were talking off the air, a lot of the ductwork and all the interior stuff you can still use, it's all attached in the house. But then you replace the unit. Is there, how does it, just give me a general overview in all of us, how does it work in terms of size of unit for the house? I mean, are there different, how does that work?
Yeah, it's based off of what we do as a load calculation on the house before let's say you're going to replace your air conditioner. You're keeping your furnace, but you're going to replace your air conditioner.
Okay.
So we do a load calculation on the house, determine the size, the tonnage they call it for air conditioning, and see what ton you need for the house. Let's say, just for an example's sake, for your house, it's you have a 1,500 square foot house maybe. You're looking at probably 2.5 ton. Again, the load calculation will do that, and then we size it for that. It's important that you size it correctly because air conditioning is doing two things. It's not just bringing your physical temperature down; it's also dehumidifying at the same time. So if it's oversized, it's going to turn on and off too much, and you're going to be uncomfortable. And the same thing goes for undersized, just kind of the opposite. So you want to make sure you have that perfect size to do both. You want it. Air conditioning should run long. Should have a decently long run time because it can't dehumidify unless it's on.
Okay.
So again, if it's too big, it's going to bring the temperature down too quickly, and then you're going to feel like you're in a cave because you're going to feel that moisture.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, very insightful.
Yeah.
And again, I am entering the unfortunate time in my home ownership where I'm pretty sure we're going to need one here either this year or next year.
Yeah.
All right, well, listen, man, that's been very informative. I'm going to flip over here, see if there were any questions or comments. And on top of that, are there any, someone said, Jimmy. All right, Megan Callahan says hi. All right, so where can we find your information? You guys got a website, social media presence, where's all the stuff?
Yep, we can, the easiest way is our website, www.forquer, that's F as in Frank, ORQUER, heating.com. I would say is the best.
Okay.
You get most of our information from there.
Okay. All right. Well, that sounds great. Right now, just so we know, when folks call in, what's the process as far as getting an estimate? And how long does it take, and all that kind of stuff?
Yep. Just call the number on the website there. It's 330-630-2645. You'll get call if you call during regular 8 to 4 Monday through Friday. You'll get our office, Lori, Tricia, or Debbie. And they'll set you up on a call, and we're usually for estimates on new equipment within the week. Repairs right now we're about within the week. We haven't hit that point yet because you can tell today it's 50 degrees out or whatever, so we're not super busy yet. We're backing up, but either way, that we're good with getting you on the schedule as quickly as we can.
All right, man. Well, I really appreciate you sharing the time with me and kind of talking some generic stuff about air conditioning and heating and cooling in general. Wish you guys the best of luck, and we're glad to share your story.
Awesome.
All right.
Thanks a lot, Hank.
In the meantime, I'm going to be out covering Akron's election days today, along with other municipalities having some elections as well. Until then, I don't know where I'm going, but there ain't no sense of being late. Everybody out there, say goodnight, Shirley.
Thanks, Shirley.